What is up, everybody? Welcome to another exciting edition of Grippin and Rippin. As always, I'm your host, Dave Wonder, and tonight I'm joined by some of the very favoriteest people in the whole wide world, as well as a new friend from Geek Dad Life. Very excited. I guess not that new, but it's all good. He's a fantastic gent. So, of course, joining us from Toy Town, that's right, it's the mayor of Toy Town. It's our good friend, Toy Chase. What up, Tim?
What's up, everybody? COJ up in the house. I love it. Let's go.
welcome. And then, of course, our special guest tonight, Mr. J from Geek Dad Life. How's it going, man?
Hello. Excited to be here. Thank you for inviting me on.
Welcome aboard, dude. Welcome. We do have two more gents joining us in a little while. They had to get the kiddos down to sleep.
I'm sorry, I was a little late. I was in the process of trying to do a similar type situation.
You're good.
And then Colleen, my wife, was just like, "You just go. It isn't going to happen right now." I'm like, okay.
My kids are a little angry at me because I'm headed out of town for a show. So they're like, "Good night, Dad." I'm like, "Oh shit, okay."
Yeah. My camera crapped. Hold on, I'll switch cameras.
It's all good. Mr. Jones, all Jack is present and accounted for, right? We got a hell of a crew tonight. Shout out to the COJ that have been chiming off already. Oh, there you go. We got Esteban in there, Fornit, Mr. Jones, Lifelong Toy Collector, T.O. Mike, Toy Geeksaurus, Stanley's Toy Channel Boo Cat, Josh Brown, Shaggy coming in with them sweet emotes. We got Phantom Crow, we got Mr. Ryan Clark, we got Pender, we got Mixie, we got Epic Badger, Nightmare, Pender. Man, lots of emojis tonight. Hell yeah. Start that hype train over there on Twitch. We got Smetty. What up, Smetty? We got Forgiven's in there. Andrew, Kevin O'Bing, as well as Goofballs. Welcome, everybody. As y'all know, Grippin and Rippin is all about freeing those lovely bits of plastic from those pesky cardboard prisons. Yeah, well, I guess we'll start down with Jay. Jay, what you busting up open tonight?
Well, so yeah, I kind of have a backlog going on right now. So, I've got this just came in the mail. Yesterday, I've got the new Rio Blast.
Very cool.
Mattel Creations just arrived, and then I was thinking of doing a video of this, but maybe I still will. But I'll open it here. I got the Mondo Ray Fillet.
Oh, very cool.
That I haven't taken out of the shipper box yet. So
very exciting.
Yeah. I didn't know how much should I bring. I didn't know how much stuff I should bring. I didn't know.
You can bring it all, man. We're on for a couple hours. We'll have some fun. Speaking of having some fun,
coming, yeah.
Here's one of the fellow Fig fathers. It's Mr. Tony, aka Griff Ryder. Hey, Tony.
What up, everybody?
What's up, Tony?
Welcome. Tim, what are you gripping and ripping tonight, man?
Oh man, I got a little. I got Hellcat, Gray Wizard by and this one actually came with the hair actually rooted in. So so I am looking forward to opening this and letting you guys see this. But and I also brought out something a little older, but I love this thing. So
badass.
Oh, Balius, baby. We're gonna open him up as well. Yeah, let's go.
I ended up repainting one of those into Epona for a friend, and I always I feel bad customizing Mythic Legions figures because I'm like, it's so pretty. Like, I don't want to do nothing bad to you. Tony, what you got tonight, man? Oh, Jada?
So we're going to have to see if Jada can do Mezco better than Mezco tonight.
The answer is yes, because Rebel 10 did the protos. I'm just saying. Those soft goods.
So I've been excited for this since they announced it.
Man, everybody's all right. Tony, you got to do it. We getting it all in the chat. He can't even find them.
I got too much stuff on my desk again.
No goats for you. There it is. All right. I feel better already. That's yeah. Anyways,
and then I do have a couple other things to show off too. So.
Oh yeah. I picked these up. I'm not gonna lie. I was on these things like a fat kid on a cupcake as soon as I saw them. I was very, very excited.
I need them.
So these are part of the new NECA reset, which actually my good buddy JJ informed me because he is one of the people who restocks them. So they are taking all the back stock out of the rooms, out of the back rooms, and it's only going to be new stock cycling through. So also expect another mystery box sale coming to NECA very, very soon. But I also got my pile of loot. So I got a few Lone Coconut products, which I always love opening. I did open up one of those and one of the Super 7 figs I got in my pile of loot on a Kickstarter exclusive.
Need assistance?
Uh-oh.
No, that some people were asking where I got it, and that's
All right.
Oh, okay. I
that's
was
the
like,
website that I got it off of. They were very, very quick. Their initial thing said it was supposed to, like in stock orders are supposed to ship the next business day, and it hadn't shipped for like 2 days. I messaged them and was like, "Hey, sorry to be a bother. I'm kind of proactive with my orders." And they immediately, within 2 hours, they had responded to my email. They're like, "We're sorry, we had a delay in our shipping."
for the
And then
Jada figures?
what's that?
For the Jada figures?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Interesting.
I thought those were still up on BBTS. That's my bad.
So then they were like, it'll be in next week. We'll get it shipped out as quickly as we can. And then like literally the next day it shipped out. So
Oh, damn. Tony, where's my toy? I'm kind of a big bitch. But yeah, we just kind of go ham on here, Jay. It's just
Okay.
kind of rip stuff open, have some fun, talk
That's it.
about toys. It's pretty laid back.
Okay.
But I feel like because it's Sesame Street,
Nice,
because it's that
Mhm.
I have to start with Ernie because it's number one. It's like also the matte coating on the box, like
Does it feel good?
oh, it does. It feels very well. Okay, so I have these Sesame Street encyclopedias from my grandma's house,
Nice.
like that
I
were
remember
like the yellow
those.
spined and everything. So it's like,
Yeah.
oh no, do I have to keep a box? I don't want to keep a box, but now I want.
Don't. Just enjoy this moment, enjoy the experience, and then be done with it.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, very excited. Also, the gatefold. I mean, I know it's NECA, but like,
Oh, it's so nice though.
I
Oh,
feel.
yeah.
Whoa, you got your medieval spawn. Very cool. I feel like this
Nice, Tony.
has been a figure I've been waiting for like 20 years because it looks so much like the Palisades.
Yep.
I have a grip of the Palisades Muppets, and I still stand by it's one of the greatest toy lines of all time.
So I've been slowly like reacquiring the Palisades Muppets, like in anticipation of the Sesame Street toy line.
So every year for my wife, I make a Muppet Christmas Carol figure for her out of
Oh,
Palisades
that's cool.
Muppet. So where is he? I actually have a shirt that I'm cutting up to make a Miss Piggy's dress. I actually just customized another Michael Caine head. So
that's great.
So I'll have a nightgown head.
So he'll be like to proper scale.
Yep, he'll be a
nice
1/6 scale
there.
figure. Oh God, I was there when he bought it, and I'm still angry he hasn't opened it.
Dude, I don't
wait, dude. I mean, actually, maybe just hold it and sell it now because I have a feeling NECA's gonna do one.
Oh, no doubt.
Like maybe
it
for this
probably
Comic-Con.
but this is still was one of my holy grails, and that's why. I mean, I'm an opener, so it means
Are
something.
you? Because it's
that
still in
this
the box.
hasn't
How long has it been in
opened.
the box? Oh, that's amazing.
Okay, this
It
is
looks
something
beautiful.
that I love about NECA, but they don't do nearly enough because I have the quarter scale Holland Spider-Man like right there.
Nice.
They gave it a spot to hang it from.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Hell yeah.
Like it's so simple, but man,
I'm excited to see what they add to it. Like, was talking to Trevor yesterday, for the red carpet I was doing for the Jeffries,
the Jeffries,
and he just seemed like he had some things up his sleeve that is like, you like that's cool, it's cute. You like what's out now, but just wait.
I was gonna say that man has so much shit up his sleeves, like every which way. Also, I'm probably in the minority. Some people think these are creepy. I think these are so cool.
Who thinks they're creepy?
I talked about them on, I think it was Monday's stream, and someone was like, the letters have eyes. I'm like, they're Muppets.
Yeah.
Everything has eyes. Food has eyes.
It was. Let's put them on blast. Just we can call out their names now.
I don't remember. Oh shit. All I have to grip and rip tonight is my toy collector magazine. Hell yeah, don't rip that.
I also want to say this is one of the craziest boxes ever. It literally has like,
what up, Spike?
You literally have to take this part down to pull it out because there's like a huge like cutout in the side of the box,
lip.
So you can't just.
I mean, I feel like Jada has the corner on unique packages that are on the shelf right now, because the Street Fighter ones confounded me when I first found them. I'm like, I want to keep these boxes, but I want to take the toy out. But it has that arcade bump out.
Mm-hmm. It's just that you have to destroy it. But we know what I do love is sometimes the Motu figures on Mattel Creations, it's reusable packaging. You slip out the back and then just take them right out, and then your beautiful art on the card just gets to remain intact.
Oh, Rio Blast, you're so sexy.
It's he's got that mustache. He's rocking it.
The mustache, love it.
Brian, see, I'm not that smart. What about pulling it out from the bottom?
I always love that in doing like YouTube stuff, and then like you think all right, this is how it's supposed to happen, and it's really difficult or whatever, and then someone just leaves a comment like, actually, you're supposed to do it like this, and then
you're like, son of a...
yeah, then you feel like an idiot.
So I'm probably the minority of this for the Ernie figure and the Ernie and Bert figure specifically, but I really hope, because NECA's been on the hey, we're gonna do holiday special figures. I want a Christmas on Sesame Street set that comes with the cigar box for Bert's paperclip collection.
Oh, they're gonna do like the Gift of the Magi thing.
Yeah. I always thought that was cool. As a little kid, so I ended up writing a 4-page paper on that in English Lit in college.
Oh, that's cool.
I was like, no, you don't understand. I knew this story from the time I was like 4 years old. And no, it was not because of any schooling. It was because I watched the shit out friggin' Oscar getting cracked the whip through a wall as a small child. Also, it always amazed me because I kind of sat there and was like, if Oscar can put his feet out the bottom of the can, how does the can go so deep?
It's the magic. It's that Mary Poppins magic.
Right?
See this? I'm using tweezers over here because I'm getting old and shaky. So
holy crap!
Yeah, it was messing with the AKA not Gandalf, the gray, but more like Gandalf the burgundy.
Holy shit, that's cool. That? The burgundy doesn't bother me though. I think it kind of fits.
It looks good. I was watching Mad Hatter's review of it earlier today.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you all watched that video, but it had a really funny sketch in it, as it usually does.
Of course, Mad Hatter always brings it.
He dies basically because of toxic poisoning from the figure, and then he returns as Mad Hatter the White, and then he goes forward with the review. It's
something I didn't expect, and I guess I should have. It's oh shit! Hold on.
Oh, that beard! Look at that. That's nice.
Yeah, man, rooted hair. Gotta love that.
You got to pull a Trevor. You'll just be here the rest of the time grooming it,
dude. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. We had Trevor on, and he was showing it off, and next thing you know, but I
this
think
is a giant overlay.
Oh, that looks so good.
That's so satisfying.
That's really cool.
That's
the texture
awesome.
on those things is unreal.
Oh, dude, it's I legitimately, there's part of me that like wants to run up to grab some of my Muppets, and I'm like, no, gotta stay on air,
Well, when they showed those off in San Diego, man, like I was just like, I just wanted to just grab them through the glass and take them home.
My favorite part of like San Diego Comic-Con is just the surprises. Like there's gonna be reveals or whatever there, but still, like every year there's just something like, oh my god, that I didn't know this hole was in my soul, and now it will be fulfilled. And I think Sesame Street, out of everything, there's a lot of cool stuff, but like that was the one that kind of like touched me the most.
Well, and it was also one of the things of, not only is it Sesame Street, it's Sesame Street done in the fashion that people have been wanting for damn near 20 years.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like And you couldn't have a better person running that.
Exactly.
Like, you know, dude. Also,
Trevor,
like,
I would
look at
put Trevor up there as like a Willy Wonka of toy makers right now.
yeah.
Just
Check
like
that out.
that's so good.
If they could figure out their fucking customer service, they'd be tippy top. Just like, my
Ain't
goodness.
that's the truth.
Because
Mondo just needs to like buy them out or something. Because
Yeah.
Mondo does customer service so well.
dude. Yeah, no, you don't gotta tell me.
I wish Mesco was just doing the right thing
Oh,
on their
God.
end, but we won't go into there. But I love Mesco at the same time.
It would just like go if you don't want to use your phone number that you guys have, take it off your website.
Exactly.
Sure did for Givens. I did almost poop myself with the 2012 NECA turtle reveals. That was my one of my predictions last year was like so I do the San Diego Comic-Con like pre-show because usually I'm out there doing like signings or whatnot on the comic side of things. And I was like, I swear to God, if NECA comes at me with those 2012 turtles, I'm doomed. And I got a text the day before I went out, and they're like, "Bring your Depends, brother." I'm like, "Oh no!" Damn it.
By the way, this came with some great accessories too. I mean, I know Jay, you mentioned Mad Hatter's video. I got to definitely check that out as soon as possible because and he came out with that today as well, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. He did a live premiere with it.
That's awesome.
I just happened to catch it at the right time, so it was.
Oh my God. He made me laugh so hard just covering like the Indiana Jones and the tote as well. Like, oh my God. Yeah. So for those of you who a little plug him right now, just, go check it out, people.
Oh, dang, it looks good.
Oh my gosh.
So this is super, super impressive. The materials are all really good. The only thing I'm a little concerned about are maybe the white stripes that are on the coat. Potentially peeling at some point in time. But I mean, the articulation is what we have come to absolutely love from Jada.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm having a little bit of problem with here is there's a little bit of like bounce back,
snap back, yeah.
But it will go. But I'm just like, I'm a little concerned that I'm not. Well, I guess I didn't look.
Rubber ducky.
Oh yeah, no, you can.
Rubber ducky, you're the one. You make that time so
come
fun.
Off.
That's one of the best accessories, by the way. That freaking rubber ducky. Like,
it's really good. Too. Like, because they used to make those back in the 80s or whatever. You could buy like the rubber duck. I think Knickerbocker made them, and so like that smell of that rubber is seared into like my nostrils
in your brain.
And but it's like a dead-on like miniature recreation of it. So good.
I was gonna say back I was in college. There was a flea market down in Savannah, Georgia, that I always hit up, and now Fellers, something like that. It has a big cow outside of it. But I went in there one day, and there was a dead ringer for Ernie's rubber ducky down to the stain on the head. And I lost my shit. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, dude, what do you got on that? And he's like, a buck. I'm like, yes. So
oh shit.
I bought the crap out of that. It's sadly it's in storage right now just because it reeks.
No.
Well, it's just that it's the rubber just dying.
But it's and again maybe they're just not fresh anymore or whatever. But you can buy. I wonder how much those are going for right now. The original Knickerbocker.
I'm sure. We have the technology.
We have the technology.
Also, I love the open. Like I feel like Muppets need open mouths. Like they look weird when the mouth is closed.
Sure. Yeah.
Like it's just the puppet's dead. Bring it back. Bring it
to life.
You can actually pull the pants down too.
Wow.
Oh, I was like, Tony.
But so there's like, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Like, see how shiny it is, like right here. So It's definitely sticky.
Oh,
And of course it's on inside and outside of the legs. So it was all bunched up and it was all stuck together.
oh,
So I think I'm going to leave them down for a while just so that maybe they will
just let him gas
it'll
out.
cure a little bit more or something. But
no.
yeah, I really like this. The only other thing that kind of stinks is so he's got the little like arm piece that you're supposed to attach.
Yeah.
And so there's
don't
I wasn't paying attention at first.
Look at that.
And there's just this little little plug in his arm right there.
Interesting.
And I was thinking, for whatever reason, I was like, "Oh, cool! He's got like a little communicator thing." And of course, I flicked it and it went rogue, and I was like, "No,
oh no!"
God.
Also, this is one of those. I feel like this is a very Trevor thing, but it is very nerdy. But he made the NECA logo into the Sesame Street reading logo.
Hell yeah!
That's beautiful. That it's that little stuff where it's just like
yeah, exactly.
Gun. You guys, I'm gonna keep some boxes. I don't like this.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh, but it's so pretty. Oh my god, the shots on the back too.
So yeah,
I feel like I have to use a Wall XD for that now. Like just have them like tucked behind one of the tops now.
So unfortunately, his little wrist blaster thing or whatever does not like peg in. It doesn't click. Nothing.
It's not magnetized, Tony?
No, it's just a little nub on the bottom. And I mean, I could probably thicken it up with maybe some like super glue or something, or fingernail polish, but it won't.
Be careful.
I'm trying to use a little screwdriver to like try and pop it in, but it won't. It just there's no pressure fit to it at all. So that's the only big downfall.
I know.
Dave, did you get paint rub on there, or?
Yeah, I think it was where it sat in the package because it's just
it's on its neck.
It has a nice little yellow ridge from the collar, which I mean, that's fixable. It's just
that's
it.
Yeah. That's.
I'm not buying any of them.
Yeah. Just be careful. Oh, so the new McFarlane Power Girl comes with trigger finger hands, but I guess better any grip hands than none. Still music. She gonna shoot someone.
This, by the way, this Rio Blast is phenomenal. They did a really good job.
Nice.
I'm just patiently waiting for the Masterverse version.
And I'm sure the Masterverse will be great. I just think the fact that at what was it, $19, maybe $20?
Yeah,
they gave all of it's Rio Blast, and they did all the features. Remember, Classics didn't actually do the new tooling so that the chest gun pops out and the thigh guns pop out. But everything works like the original figure. They did a great job.
That's neat.
It looks good, man.
The thing that always weirded me out was he had like the stigmata because of the flip out guns on his hands. It's like, oh, twang! It's like, oh, like, you okay, man? And then like the gun flops out of his chest, like, oh. Like, as a small child, I worried about Rio Blast. He concerned me greatly.
Yeah, he's kind of like RoboCop, but not all the way.
You're right. He's
parts of him.
Chuck Norris says RoboCop.
Yes, exactly.
Karate Commando, my ass.
Size this up right here, just next to him. Just give you a little size comparison. He's a bit tall, surprising, but he goes really well with these guys. So.
Well, he's tall, isn't I've always, maybe just because he's standing next to hobbits a lot of the time, but I've always kind of pictured him kind of taller than everybody else.
I'll grab
in my mind.
Well, in the books, he's supposed to be 5'6", but
seriously?
Ian McKellen is actually 5'11". So I looked it all up. I was like, wait a minute, how tall is this guy? And then I figured he was like 6 something, right?
Exactly.
He looks so tall, especially when he bumps his head.
Bilbo, by the way, that Bilbo looks great.
So
Not
I
yet,
painted
not
up this head last night. So I got old Bilbo, and then I got a cast of the young one. So I painted that up last night. I'm gonna outfit him so he's more of like a cross, like middle-aged Bilbo for my shelf. He's got gnarly hairy feet.
Oh, that's so
Oh,
cute.
Love it.
I love that you researched that because I would have never thought in my mind that Gandalf was a short king. I wouldn't have.
Yeah, in the books, he's 5'6". He's 5'6" in the books. Ian McKellen being 5'11", but
Yeah.
He's a big
just
dude.
in the films, yeah, he's for the films, I thought he was like 6'2" or 6'3" or something like that.
Here's the thing, like acting, like Hollywood heights are never like the real heights. So is it like a Hollywood 5'11", or because like Paul Rudd says he's 5'9", I'm 5'9", and when I saw Paul Rudd and met him, he was
like,
I was
tiny.
looking down at him like this. I think Tom Holland says he's 5'8", but like realistically, it's like, bro, you're like 5'5".
Who did I meet that was really short? Giancarlo Esposito. What is it?
Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah. He was short, and I'm 5'8", so I was like, "Hi there," and we were like,
They're going off of,
right? Isn't that like, wait a second?
You're going off of Federation sizes.
Yeah.
It took me by surprise because I've seen him throughout my years. It's just, but he's in everything, it seems, because I just watched the Netflix series of The Gentleman. That was fantastic, by the way. It's an eight series part, and it's fantastic. It's literally like not the movie, but it's part of Guy Ritchie, and it was just It was awesome.
I love Jean.
Awesome.
He's a aces actor and really kind dude. I did a presser thing for what was that show where the lights went out, like all the electricity went out? He was on that show. He's tiny too. He's a tiny guy. What was that show that Giancarlo? It was like the lights went out. It was like God, what was that called? It was on NBC.
Oh,
all the power went out. It was like a post-apocalyptic.
Yeah. It'll come.
Yeah,
We just got to keep going in conversation. It'll come back.
Chat. Revolution.
There we go.
Thanks, Mr. Jones. Of course, Chris. Yeah, thanks, bro.
This is a random awesome thing because I opened up that old Bilbo to customize it. So Asmus killed it on packaging, right? Like that's beautiful. He comes with the book, comes with a bunch of amazing accessories, but I didn't know this was coming in it. So this was packed in under everything. And Asmus,
is it some pipe weed? What is it?
No. So Asmus caught a bunch of shit from their Gandalf. So with Bilbo, they gave you a newly sculpted Gandalf hat.
What? That is awesome.
Which I was like, I thought that was really cool. Like, I don't have Gandalf, but now any of my figures can be a goddamned wizard.
Love it.
This one has a
magnetic.
Yeah.
That's cool.
There we go. Oh no, there it is. The other way.
Or we'll go this way.
Oh, wait.
Is it that way or is it this way? Okay, that one.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm a wizard.
No magnet needed.
Oh, yeah. Bert.
Hey, Bert. You shall not pass.
Bilbo, you've done it again. No, I was just very excited. Like I like that it was like you get like a really, really nice pouch. And I was like, what's in here? Like I was thinking maybe an alternate head sculpt because the old Bilbo comes with the like Gollumized like head.
Oh
yeah. And a very like solemn face. I'm like, these Bilbo Baggins, like you couldn't give him like a smirk or at least one to like hold his pipe. Like, come on. Mixie would like to add, well, Tony, you're a hairy wizard. There you go. Dave T. Wizard.
Fair enough.
Tried on a plundering. I think this would
call that's a damn it, Spike.
I did. I actually did try it on the plunder link. And it did not want to like kind of fit on there.
Probably different polls.
Yeah. But yeah, just didn't want to.
I
did try it.
So I did open up Gank on I did a Patreon exclusive unboxing stream when we were having a snowstorm up here. I opened up him and the 3-0 Mega Man and Ratlore from Turtles of Grayskull. And it was a good day. I do have Fwoosh. So very nice. Hold on, there's a Ray Fillet. I'm sorry. Hold on. We go a little plunderlings. Very nice, very nice, very
Ooh,
nice.
very nice.
These
Cool.
are still available on Big Bad.
Hell yeah. Get them now, because once they're gone, they're gone.
They're gone. Yeah, that's right.
God, that's cool.
That is cool.
That whole line has been calling my name, and I just can't. I can't do it.
I feel like I'm kind of turtled out, to be completely honest, and like this is a nice little change of pace, you know, kind of taking you somewhere different but still cool and retro.
In too deep.
But this is different because the other figures are like actually on a blister card, but this is like a deluxe.
It's a box. Yeah, he's big boy.
Yeah, he's
there's our good friend Bert with his
yeah.
with his bottle cap collection and his paper clip collect. Oh wait, his paper clip is in the cigar box.
Oh hell yeah!
Yes. I need to make a soap dish for Mikey, or not
So
Mikey.
now the real question is, who's going to be the first person to sculpt and 3D print like the alcoholic Bert and Ernie ones?
Oh, I'm sure they're already in process.
So does anybody have any of these Safubi style turtles yet? Figures?
I have handled a bunch of them. I actually repainted one for a buddy.
This is
There-
so...
Right? Oh
Oh, they look so good
And
though.
it's so tempting because Ray Fillet is like my favorite.
Like Ray Fillet, since I was a kid, he was like one of my dudes. Him, Casey Jones, like
Yep.
That's fair, Josh.
it is.
Jay, you're a man after my own heart.
Yeah. Look at that.
Casey Jones and Ray Fillet say what?
Yeah, those are my dudes. So yeah, but just the paint detail, like this line gets the thing that the original toy line did, which is all the weird little sculpted on details, like the squid on his foot.
I know Super 7 didn't do it. I know Mondo didn't do it. I'm like, please, someone figure out how to do a color change one.
Oh yeah,
so
for
cool.
real. But even on this, they have this cool kind of like golden.
Yeah, the gradient. Yeah, that's really cool.
Almost like that iridescent sealer on it.
Oh, this is really nice. And it's got that feel, that Safubi feel to it. And I'm not even a Safubi guy, but like even if you're not, I'm not a Safubi guy, but like you can just appreciate this, like even without needing that type of like context to it. Like,
well, and all the sculpts are just killer.
I wonder if it smells good. It smells good too.
It smells good too, and I love the sharks on the back as well.
Yes.
Are those? That's
or what, lampreys or whatever, maybe.
All right, or the suckers. Yeah,
that's
awesome.
What's with the? Why does he got? Is that?
I think it's like a wound or something. Like
is
from
it like from a lamprey?
Oh yeah, no, look it. I bet this sticks in there.
Oh,
it says it's like sculpted, so you can stick it in there.
That's wicked. Buket says, considering all the glow-in-the-dark variants and the color change Toxie they did, surely Super 7 could do a color change variant, right? Why will no one do
They did do a color change variant of Toxie.
Oh, they did.
I love it. Josh is like cowards.
They did the blood red
rage.
Yeah. Also, I didn't realize that Bert's book is boring stories.
Nice. This thing is just like,
oh god. Also, another figure when I was a kid that I was like, oh, that I didn't think it was messed up at all, but now I'm like, oh Jesus.
Damn it. Jay, you just enabled me. Definitely got to pick this damn thing up now.
It's so good. Like,
the
and the thing that's nice is, say you don't have to like go all in or whatever, right? You just like, I'm just gonna get Ray Fillet and like, you know,
he comes with a lot.
It's a ton of it, yeah.
Yeah, the only two Mondo vinyls that I have are the Man Thing and the Werewolf by Night.
Oh, those are two great.
Look at
then his gun.
That's awesome.
That's crazy. It's also crazy that they sculpted the hand onto it.
Yeah.
Well, that's a better thing, right? It's
yeah, because then you have to worry about it like whatever, and you swap it out.
Done.
But I saw the detail, like the arrow looks like it's coming out, like it's actually
kind of coming out already.
That's sick.
Dang.
The bottle cap collection's awesome.
Yeah. It's one of those things you look at it in person, then you look at it on camera, and it's like, why does it look cooler on camera? Like, just with the lighting on it. No, but then he also comes with his friend.
Nice.
Oh, very nice.
Jesus, Brian.
Great.
Bravely, I'm Team Crocodile Hunter.
But yeah, I think this is a totemic figure in that it can just kind of, even if you're not into it, you'd be into this.
Yeah.
Right, just to have it on the shelf. I mean, it just stands out like boom.
Well, it's just it's a cool design. Like, even if you're not a turtle person, like, it's just a badass toy.
I love all the details.
I've got Raph here, and he's cool. Like, again, I like him. He's fun. But, like, this is on another level. This is just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how long until someone does a bathtub diorama with Ernie and Rubber Ducky? You know? I would take that. I would take a pajama variant so that you could put them up on, like, a moon. Bad duck.
So what you're saying is I can order Ray Fillet and pay in 4 interest-free installments of $26.25.
Apparently, yeah. Don't threaten me with a good time, right?
Well, I was noticing when Trevor pulled this out, the hair just kind of went poof. But this one,
oh, yours is like
he's already like ready to go.
Huh?
Trevor just must be in like a low humidity environment, like just maybe high static.
I think he said his might have been like an early release or something.
Yeah,
because I mean that was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I remember like I'm still waiting on it, and I just got it just the other day. Just finally got it.
Yeah, I'm wondering if maybe it's an early one.
Well, I think he got his through what is it, Toy Metaverse, and I got mine through 5K Toys. And mind you, 5K Toys, this figure's going for with this, I believe it's 110.
Yeah,
it's like 110. So, and they have 3 different versions that you can order. So you could order the one with just without the rooted hair, but remember this actually does come with a little rooted hair off the edge.
Yeah, just off on the side.
Off the edge. Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what I prefer, like a hybrid kind of thing. I just swapped out the hand, so there's.
Yeah, no, I was just staring.
And it wasn't that hard either. Like that, I was worried maybe have to like heat it up or something, but since it's kind of soft vinyl.
Oh,
Tim, that he's actually sold out on 5K.
I
had read about this.
Wow.
The only thing that you can get is the Balrog display base.
Bert has swappable eyebrows.
Right. There was that.
Amazing.
No way he doesn't.
That's awesome.
No way. That's awesome.
I was a little worried because I was like, does this actually come out? And I'm like, it does.
Yeah, Tony, by the way, that is surprising because I looked yesterday at the website on 5K Toys and they still had it available. So wow, people just ate it up quick.
Disappointing.
Yep.
Yeah, once the reviews came out, everybody's like jumped on. But if you're a big fan, this is the way to go. Believe
you might be able to. I mean, they still have it on Toys Metaverse?
Maybe, but remember the price was totally different on Toys Metaverse. Like,
okay.
It was like I'm like. Not exactly sure, but double check. Yeah, because I know it was about $100 for the one with the rooted hair.
Swappable.
Yeah, it was like 110.
Swappable eyebrows.
I love the swappable eyebrows.
Oh, you can swap the hair too?
It's crazy.
I don't think the hair is supposed to swap, but the hair definitely just pops out. That's amazing. Like, everything's swappable if you break it. Yeah, I feel like I need to have Bert just looking disappointed.
Yeah, I think that's a must.
That's wild. Oh, good. Angry eyebrows, yes. Oh, wait. Did I don't know if these... No, they're definitely different. Oh, there we go. Yeah, just Ernie.
Nice.
This is crazy. This is metal. His sword is actually metal, and you can really poke yourself. So I love it. Yeah. This is
Oh, gosh.
it's got weight to this. This is crazy.
It's got heft.
It's got.
Oh, what up,
What's
Toy
it-
Migos?
What's
Thanks,
it
bud.
actually called, Tim?
Hey, Cheney.
Is it Hellcat?
Hellcat Studio.
Is that one word?
It's two. Yeah, Hellcat Studio. Here, matter of fact, I will show you the box right there, Tony.
Oh, there we go.
Gotcha.
Hellcat. Oh, what a bear would. Also, shout out to the Toy Migos. Like, if you're not watching them, I don't know why.
Whoa,
For real.
What
Yeah.
the hell?
What?
How much
Bro.
is Toy Metaverse?
wait,
Says? What is it? I seen a number, but I don't want to just blat it out because I don't want.
So it's saying the normal version's 90, the deluxe version's 108, and the
Mhm.
with the statues 300. But when it says in stock, deluxe with rooted hair sculpt is $218.
Ooh.
No.
That
I have it
can't
in
be-
hand.
that can't be right.
That is incorrect. Or they raised the price. But I do know Trevor did say that he spent quite a bit on this particular one because but he got it through can't remember exactly how much he said, but it was
a
I
lot.
remember it being quite a lot.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's wild.
He's so proud and so disappointed.
It's so cool.
I will say the only bad part is like he has like it's a picture frame stand on the back and it like just jabs him in the chest. He can hold it. Oh, Tomigo says, yeah, he's talking about the Hellcat Gandalf.
Yep. Talking about this guy right here. And I got the rooted hair Cheney as well. So raha.
What would you like between the two? What are you preferring, I guess?
I'm gonna go with the rooted hair.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna give it a little love. I'm gonna spend some time on it. I'm gonna throw some
okay.
hair gel. I'm gonna make him look all fancy.
Is there I'm such a basic, poser when it comes to like displaying my figures. Is there a preferred hair gel for rooted haired figures?
Well, I would say no, but I'm gonna literally use like a little hair gel on it because there was somebody who actually did it on their page and they showed what it would look like. What he did was he put the hair gel on there and then he waited a day for it to dry out, and it looked great.
Style it.
Yeah, and he actually trimmed a little bit of the beard.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
I'm glad Josh Brown called out LA looks. Like I think we're all of that era when we all had the spiky hair with the LA looks, and it would just like lock in, like
Gotta
crystalline hard.
Get yourself some pomade.
Yeah.
Yes. I grew
Wait,
up
Tony,
in the 80s.
you don't have
so,
a horse in this race anymore.
It's got a beard, luscious
I know.
beard.
Beard balm, then.
Yeah.
Well, I'm always talking about my grays now are just kicking in. But I'm thinning out, man. It's gonna go eventually.
Listen, like if you've still got stuff on the top of your head into your 40s or whatever, you're doing good.
I'm in my 50s.
Well, I said into your 40s. I think it kind of goes beyond there. But you look great.
Yeah, thank you.
Tony looks great
Appreciate
too. You got a good, nice shaped head. See, at least you have a good round melon. Like mine's lumpy and shit. So, like if I ever went bald, it just would not be good.
No, we don't, Timmy. We do not need to.
Let's say the frosted tips. I grew up in Southern California. It was the frosted tips with the LA looks. Just like super.
There you go, Spike.
Someone the other day they messaged me. They're just like, "Hey, do you dye your hair?" I'm like, "No, why?" And they're like, "You got gray in your beard." I'm like, "Yeah." Like don't know where that was going, but all right.
That's why I shave.
Nice. I'm gray all over. I am kind of jealous that you don't have any gray hair on the top of your head. Good for you.
Not yet. My genetics say I got about 2 years and then this all goes white.
Okay.
So.
Okay. It'll happen like all at once. No slow transition.
Someone just donated to Extra Life.
Wally Willy. Or
Oh,
Wooly
Willy.
Willy
Willy.
Willy. I got one right here.
Oh, thank you,
Jesus.
anonymous donor. Someone just donated 25
Oh,
bucks.
gotcha.
Holy
Okay.
shit.
Yeah. I was like, what?
What?
Santa Dave is coming. He said.
Yeah. Oh,
Way to
dude,
go, Spike.
I didn't know my dad ever had colored hair growing up. It was,
Really
it
interesting.
it was just.
Was it like Steve Martin or something? Just
It was the weird thing is Steve Martin has white hair. My
yes.
dad had like shiny silver hair. Like it
Interesting.
was like
Okay.
chrome looking. It was like, holy shit. He's like, yep. He's like, I turned 40 and bam. It's like, oh shit.
Hey,
I guess that's
you know
what I get for being younger and hoping that I would have Doctor Strange or Reed Richards hair when I got older.
Depends on which Doctor Strange or Reed
Yeah,
Richards
which
you're going
universe?
after, I guess.
Multiverse of
right,
Madness.
there it is.
Have the Reed Richards and Hal Jordan side grays come in.
Hey, you know what? I still feel pretty young because I remember when in San Diego, they were doing the YouTubers panel. And I was running over there to get to that damn thing because I was all the way at the opposite side of the freaking.
Well, in
con.
fairness, our YouTuber panel is like not even in the facility. It's like past
No,
in the library.
It was in the library.
The library.
Yeah, I ran into Dave over there, and then everybody was there. It was like freaking like, oh my god. But yeah, you were on the panel with Kevin for toying around, and yeah, it was awesome.
Hatter and Danny.
Yeah,
and,
yep.
yeah.
It was.
Which by the way, hopefully the next Chop and Shop, I'll actually be working on a Pixel Dan collaboration that I'm working on. So that'll be fun. I got a stack of major bendies over there that I've already schemed out and
nice.
got them over. So I'm very excited to start working on those. I'll tell Ollie and Miles to make fun of any part of Dad's hair because genetics. Fair. Man, I'm just throwing it out there. I like my wife's side of the family. No hair from her dad, but her brother has like the bushiest of bushy hair, and I'm like, oh no, that could have skipped a generation. That's right, Boo Cat, Spencer Powers. My gray started at 12. That's why I shaved my head, my beard.
Oh damn, Chris. Jesus.
I've always had like right here. There's like a white streak, but it's weird because as it grows out, it gets dark. But like when I cut it down super short, it's like, I don't know. Don't get it, but it works.
Hey, you still got it. You know, that's the key.
Yeah, right? What up, Maltop? How's it going, Rob? Hey. Yes, please do throw a like on there. It does help. Put that down. Also, yeah, I hate that Trevor is making me want to keep these so badly.
Just take a picture of yourself with the boxes and then just keep the picture.
I think it's for the fact of those shots alone. Like they matched it so dead on.
They did.
Like, also that just shows me that somewhere they have a backdrop that is Bert and Ernie's room.
Nice. Yeah.
Could be something at Toy Fair.
To the trash pile. Fortnite says Masterverse Panthor is pretty solid, basically the same as Battle Cap. The colors and different armor add a lot. Hell yeah.
I decided to pass on it because I felt it was too silvery looking. I didn't dig the
is very
shininess.
So here's my question. Do you think we'll get another release of it in like that very matte, like OG color, like that OG purple?
It just depends. Like if that thing sits on creations for like 2 years or whatever, probably not. Yeah. But if it sells through, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like it's been moving, but
has it sold out though?
No, at least. Well, I checked 2 days ago.
But no Masterverse is really sold out there. It's usually the Origins that sells out. But even Real
I was gonna say the Origin stuff, boom.
Yeah. Well, Smedberg says flocked. Like I could, if they did a flock, like maybe a Comic-Con exclusive flocked one, maybe. But flocking is a pain in the ass. Like it would have to be some type of like premium.
Don't bring up flocking around Robo. That's for sure.
He'll just sit there and vomit and gag.
In general, I don't care, but there is something about like I have the Origins flocked Panthor right here.
It's just so good.
But it's also just like I almost think it's integral to the character itself, just because the original Panthor was flocked, and it's just it's hard to have Panthor that isn't flocked.
hanging out with Fan Plastic 4 at PowerCon.
Yeah, Alex.
I was with him a bunch. He actually stayed with Tony and I.
Nice.
And so I was like just hanging with him and the Mondo crew a bunch that weekend. And like I got to handle that flocked Panthor proto that they had. And I'm still, what the fuck?
Yeah, I took all the clothes off.
Why?
I wanted everybody to see.
He got Robo
that they
Robo
went through and sculpted everything, but
Robo
He's full on Ken doll in the front. Poor guy.
Yeah.
No, they definitely. And the funny thing is that the lower body part is all rubber.
Oh yeah,
weird.
Huh.
But yeah, I wanted to. I needed to try and
get demonetized.
They gave him the Hugh Jackman freaking
loosen this up a little bit because I don't want it to break.
That was the travesty Josh Brown just pointed out. Like it's been said that flock Panther is not coming out.
Did they never take orders on that?
No, it was. I think it was supposed to be some con exclusive.
Exactly, like a short run or something.
Yeah, and it just, dude, it was such a perfect.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Like it was so gorgeous, and like the way that, oh man, like I'm not the biggest fan of flocking, but like when it's done right and it's done for a reason, like that set that figure off, like that the figure of that Panthor off so much compared to Battle Cat that it was just, oh, it was so good.
My assumption is it must have just been like, I just remember Peter being like, dude, nobody complains. This is going to be the hardest freaking thing in the world to do, you know?
Well, no, they were saying that they couldn't make it work to where it would last.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right.
It's kind of like what Brian did with the what the hell are that? Silverhawks, which is like, you asked for it, we're doing it, but it's gonna not last.
Yeah, Josh, it was gonna be super limited, but I'm sure the QC net. Yeah. The funny thing is, oh my god, even if I could get my hands on it, I'm like, anywhere where the flock fell off, I'd be like, battle damage. you got in a fight. Shit got real.
Well, and there's even this one, the Origins one. I took it out of the box, just set it here. It's been sitting here for years.
Yeah.
And even just sitting there, it's just gotten little imperfections in the flocking. Yeah.
There is one that is at a local shop that shall remain nameless that has been sitting there forever, and it's like you just can look each time I go back, I always go over to look at it, and there's just powder in the bottom. And every time I'm like, I want to open it and just be like, but I'm like, no. Yeah. No, the Origins.
Oh.
But it's just that thing of just like, oh my god, like every time I go over, I take it off the peg, at least be like, tick. No, all right, put it back. It's like the worst version of shake and bake.
I wonder, like, if I understand the articulation is what kind of ruins the flocking versus, say, a vintage just single piece of plastic. Like, I wonder if they do maybe a slightly cheaper with no articulation version with the flocking.
What do you want, boo boo?
What?
You come down
talking to a dog or Clara?
Clara, or it's Odin.
Oh, I was like,
Odin,
dog or child?
What are you doing? Come here.
Go get him. Get the meatball. Oh, Tim, that's
yes, he just needed to come downstairs and be like,
checking in.
What up?
He was checking on you, Tony.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's better things that he could be doing, like not going up and down the stairs because he's getting old.
Well, no, he also goes down the stairs like a fucking boulder from Indiana Jones.
It's true.
God, I still need to open my anti-Eternia battle kit. Jesus.
Oof.
Oh, Jay, have you picked up anything Ghostbusters related recently? Mondo Real Ghostbusters?
Like I've got the Mondo Real Ghostbusters on order, both sets, and then
come here.
My buddy John, the person who used to co-host me for a long time, he has the O-ring the O-ring Ghostbusters and Ecto 1 set waiting for me at his shop that I gotta go pick up from him.
So here's my question for you about the O-ring Ghostbusters, because I actually got to handle them the other day.
Okay, nice. Okay.
A little bit ago. They're beautiful, but it's one of those weird things of like, I never like as a kid, like, you know, I was born in '87, so like I never so I grew up around GI Joes, like, you know, He-Man, all that stuff because of my brother and my cousins. But it was that weird thing of like, I only ever used the GI Joes as Ghostbusters because they were the only ones with backpacks and guns. Like I never was like, I want these to be GI Joes. So it was one of those things of like everybody were like, people have been asking. I'm like, ooh. I'm curious.
I do think there is a connection to that in that the GI Joes, there's a few GI Joes that kind of had, because I mean the Ghostbusters are wearing flight suits, which is type of military uniform, right? And then to your point, like there's backpacks and guns that if you didn't have a real Ghostbusters figure, you could make it work, right? And even in the early days of like customizations, like I ran a Ghostbusters website in the early 2000s, and there was a lot of people. Ghostbusters Toy Archive, the blue Ghostbusters toy page.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, so that was my page, and people would submit like customized GI Joe figures as Ghostbusters, and then they would like paint the. So there has been this thing kind of low key, like with using or customizing GI Joe figures into being Ghostbusters figures, and so it is kind of a neat thing that they've done it. It's kind of weird that Hasbro gave up on O-ring for GI Joe, but decided to make Ghostbusters with it. So I'm excited to actually get those. Are they nice? I've heard good things. I've heard nothing but good things.
They're really nice. Also, okay, handling that and then handling another company's O-ring figures that are on the market currently, it was night and day. I'm like, wow, Hasbro, like these are solid. Tony, please, Louis. I felt like the other companies was going to explode in my hand when I tried.
I haven't opened said companies. I think I have them sitting around here.
I think they're really cool looking, but like I got to handle one, and I got stupid monkey paws. I know, but like it was that thing of I was like, I just wanted to,
Should I do it now just to see?
Yeah, do it.
This is the show to do it, right?
Yeah, it was just, I don't know. It was two very different, and I don't know if it's the plastics or what, but like it was two very different like presentations for a similar product, if that makes sense.
Well, especially Delta 17 stuff is so good. Have you had any of those figures yet?
I haven't.
The quality, like they nailed the plastic on those.
Honestly, there's they're not
Operation Recall too. Those I don't think those are out. Have been.
I know of them. Yeah, I haven't. I don't have them obviously. But yeah, forgiven Sam. But the figures that surprised me, that I feel bad saying that they're kind of like a fart in the wind because I was really excited for them. I wasn't going to get them because of the scale, but the Jada Toys GI Joes.
Oh yeah.
It felt like a custom project to me, or like a custom 25th anniversary like Joe.
Well, but the big problem with those is they weren't necessarily super available here.
Yeah.
No, a friend, Sam has them. And like again, getting to handle them, like these are spicy figures. Like these are figures that cost quite a bit, and now on the secondary market are insane. But I was like, I have a 25th anniversary Snake Eyes that I would have put up against that Snake Eyes like that I absolutely love. But yeah,
these I'm holding it now. It does feel pretty cheap. Does this not go all the way through? Oh, that's silly. Why have this little hole? I'm assuming is for his sword.
Yeah, sword. Yeah.
It doesn't.
It feels like
It doesn't go in. It just.
Yeah, it stays.
Why?
It feels like. I don't even want to say it feels like a core figure because I actually loved core figures.
Core was legit solid,
Right? But that's what I'm saying. It feels like
that's
it's a toy that wants to be a GI Joe. Like if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it's just
that's not good either. I don't like that. Can't really his sword. He doesn't really grip the sword.
It just kind of flops. Yeah. Well, and like Hasbro's feel like I could give that to my 2 or my 8-year-old, and they could have a blast. They could shove them into the Ecto one, and they could have a fucking great old time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Like, maybe. And I guess that's what I'm getting at is like,
maybe this hand's tighter. Okay, maybe I had to put on the right hand. The right hand's the sword is tighter. But you're 100% right. Like the quality of it feels very light. You know, it kind of has that very tinny it's kind of sound to the plastic. Again,
it feels fragile.
Yeah.
Which by the way, if you didn't know, Jay and good friend of the channel, Dan Larson, actually have gone through all of the 80s GI Joes year by year. You've kept me much company in my road trips for shows and such. So go check that out if you haven't. Toy Geeks podcast or just Toy Geeks.
I think if you search Toy Geeks, it'll probably show up. But yeah, we just finished it up. We just wrapped it up, and we're gearing up for another big, long mini series. Coincide. The one hint I'll give you, it's kind of coinciding around the same time as Star Wars Celebration. So, what could it be?
When you get to Turtles, give a shout.
Sure. I don't know if we'll ever get to it because we're going to have to do this series for like 8 years or something. No, it'll be a smaller chunk, but even this smaller chunk of well, maybe what if it is Star Wars or it isn't Star Wars, will be a smaller grouping. It's kind of same we did with GI Joe. It was like just the 80s real American hero. That's what we're doing.
I'm not gonna lie. I cannot wait for you guys to get to the crazy neon days of GI Joe someday.
Oh, I know.
My goodness, I was the Ninja Force and Eco Warriors kid who's like, all the day glow plastic.
Well, when we get to 90s, we'll hit you up, David. And I know Pixel Dan, he was also staked his claim, like, all right, whenever you get to that, I want in on that.
do you guys want to see some? I can show you. So I did mock-ups of some of these, and there is one that is Ninja Force. Or maybe I'll show you off air. I guess that would probably be fun. I want to make a couple of these and then be like, and here we go. But yeah, there's a bunch of them that I'll be doing up, which is pretty exciting. Neon 90s, hell yeah, dude! I stand by, like, you put neon plastic out there, I'm in.
You know what's so funny is it's like, you could tell it's probably a generational thing, but you talk to, probably the Gen Xers that were GI Joe fans or whatever, and there's like, more color, because the creator of Delta 17. The look is very like an older style, very like a lot of olive drab, blacks and reds.
It feels like the straight arms, like it feels like the OGs, like
Which and that's what he was going for, and he's the creator, and that's his call, right?
Oh yeah.
But I was just like, man, you need to give me some like hot pink, some neon orange or something, like give me some colors, and you would have thought I told him, like I went and like pooped on his like life's work or something.
There's something about like from 82 to like 86, 80, like those years of collecting GI Joe were like my favorite of all time, because I started that collection in 82. Yeah. And I was 11 at that time. And literally I just kept like those years, 83. And when they switched from the straight arm to the swivel.
Yep.
And like, oh man, like I just love those years collecting. But by 87, I was already beginning to fade out.
Yep.
Because at that age, I wanted sneakers and clothes, and all of a sudden that's sitting boxes for forever. And but man, I did miss out on a lot of that like neon collection.
Oh, dude. One of my all-time favorite things, my buddy Mike, who's a huge Joe nerd, he loved the eco like neon like colorways.
Yeah.
And so he was like, Dave Wonder, he's actually one of the guys that gave me the name, but he goes, Dave Wonder, I need the best neon paints you can find. I'm like, let's fucking go. He made a Eco Warriors Hiss tank. He made he went through and made like, I want to say 3 or 4 vehicles and like customized them out. And dude, like seeing those on a shelf when he had them on display where your eyes nearly just went out of focus because it was so bright. Oh, it was nice. What up, Jay Shot? How's it going, Bob? Hey, Mike Taylor in here too. Hey, bud. Welcome. But yeah, I will always be a sucker for neon colors.
Well, there is just something to like, in I think Josh Brown called it out of just awesome of the problem with Star Wars a little bit is like there's just so much sand color, brown, black, and it's just like I need something to spice it up a little bit, and that's what I love about Turtles and Masters of the Universe and Ghostbusters. If we get into the Ghost, it's my other problem with a lot of the more modern takes on Ghostbusters is just like, oh hey, it's the 4 dudes in gray or sand suits. So it's right, and it's just like there's just something to me that's more compelling about like just so much different color all over the place. And just looks cool on a shelf, Or even like my Sentinel. I've got all my 90s X-Men, fighting my Sentinel. Cause like I want all the color. I want as much diversity of color in there as I can get because it looks cooler.
I think that's like why this is all laid out the way it is. It's just colors and colors and colors.
Mm-hmm.
The funny thing is like with Star Wars, my first interaction with Star Wars figures was my brother got a bag at a garage sale with a bunch of the OG figures, and like the Stormtrooper was yellow, and I just thought it was a fucking yellow Stormtrooper. I didn't know better, and so like as a little kid, I was just like, yeah, it's like Big Bird, but a Stormtrooper. Like I thought awesome. Like, oh man, like because GI Joe had neon like variants and colorful variants. I'm like, yeah, of course Star Wars would. Look at the Ninja Turtles. Where's my fluorescent green Wicket? Like come on. Like,
but even then, it's something.
Sorry.
But like I have a vintage Star Wars collection, and even that, like at least Kenner knew, hey, it's a kid's toy line. Like it's not. Like there's bright, vibrant colors in vintage Kenner Star Wars stuff.
You got a Greedo that stands out.
Yep.
He's got like bright green and Walrus Man and
Oh, hi Mitch.
He's still got some color in there.
Speaking of neon, how about the best tag team of the youngest men alive, Outrunners? Fuck yeah, the Outrunners rule. The Outrunners are one of those tag teams where they come out and it's just like make toys. Like, why are there not like 5 different sets of these guys in all of their crazy like gear? Oh well, Star Wars does color variants now. It's true,
but it's weird when it's like accurate but not. It's just a weird spot.
I will always remember I think they were the comic packs that came out late in the Power of the Force where they really pushed the colors. And I remember I had a handful of those. And like I loved those. Like I loved the goofy God, what were they called? The credits collection for Black Series. Like I had a couple of those too. Oh shit. Michael Taylor, Dave, I sent you a pic of a figure I got for my son on Amazon. Have you seen this before? 125th Joy Toy. Oh, I'll have to scope it out. Uno momento, por favor.
The Joy Toy turtle figures?
I'm guessing. Which hopefully soon, relatively. I'm gonna do a big ass Joy Toy video because I have shout out to Winterstar. I got the Foot Soldiers and Shredder and Bebop and Rocksteady just shipped, and just need to get my turtles back in hand and be ready to roll. So I'm gonna do a big old video. I also got a Dio coming from our friend Duart Studios. So I'll be painting that up. So stay tuned. Oh, there we go, Michael Taylor. Whoa, what the hell is that? Sorry, I should probably pop it up on screen. I'd be like, wow.
This is great television. I just want to watch your reaction to it.
That's cool looking.
Oh, damn. That. Okay.
Right?
It's like I have like the mini version.
That's really neat. Oh, you have it like right there.
Oh, sick.
Hold on. Like that, I'm like, what the hell is that? And Tony's like, it's this.
Yeah.
Damn it.
But like, does that dude go inside the thing? Is it like Exo Squad? Like
it looks like
that one. The one in the picture was, but this is just like a suit.
Okay.
Dude, oh my god. There. Okay. Shout out to my buddy Ben over at Time Bomb Vintage. Happy anniversary, my friend. He just celebrated 10 years over there.
Oh, hell yeah.
They had a big sale this past weekend, and they had some of the beefy boys from Exo Squad, and I was like, son of a bitch. Like,
did you get them? You should have gotten them.
I still have mine and my brother's OGs,
okay.
and they were the single fig suits,
sure.
And I had Marsala, like his big rig. Yep. These were like the later, like more battle tech looking ones, like the grays and the blues. They were like $50-$55 a piece. And I'm like, if I have a really good, so fun story, at like 4:00 in the morning, tomorrow morning, I'm flying up to Alaska for a show. So I'm like, if I have a really good show up there, I might be stopping by to see my friend, but I did pick up something that just tickled that nostalgia bone because look at
hell
that,
yeah.
They do not make vehicles like this anymore.
Shadow.
Dude,
right? That's the Shadow?
Thing, yeah.
Kenner? Yeah.
Like, so good, bro. Yeah. It's awesome.
Also, like, I love that they're just like, yeah, engine? Nah, Gatling gun.
Yeah.
Like, trunk space? Nah, Gatling gun. Like, all right, cool. Yeah, the funny thing is I only have, like, I think I just have the Shadow. So the Plunderlings might be taking this over.
All you need is the Shadow. Like, I love that Kenner era of just like every movie. Even if it's like a crap movie that didn't come over, got like a toy line. So
look at the size of this.
And they reused that for Gargoyles. It was
Xanatos' Coupe.
Yeah, Xanatos' Coupe, which is a rare set. It's kind of expensive, kind of spendy.
Yeah, I've actually repainted one of these for a friend who collected, and he's like, I can't afford that. I'm like, just get one of these. Which I got this for a steal, and actually the only thing it's missing is this top piece, and I found it for I think $2 on online. So I'm like, I'm gonna make this thing like finished. Just it was one of those from even as a kid, I thought it was so cool, but again, I just never.
Well, I remember because I got a couple Shadow figures because it was that era of like KB Toy where they would just do that 2 for $5, 3 for $10, whatever. And so and Shadow's like that classic kind of line that will get clearance out at KB or just hang around KB forever. And so I think one day I had like $20 maybe allowance or something, and then I just went like, all right, I'm gonna be a Shadow kid now. Let's go.
Well, that was the Xanatos car was a repaint of the Shadows car, not the taxi. Oh,
isn't the same damn car?
I'll be right back. I gotta go let dog out real quick.
Oh yeah,
I think that's why he keeps coming down here.
Holy shit, we figured it out. Whoa, wrong button. Like that was one of those things of like, I think back to that line, and like a lot of those lines, like the KB Toys that were here in Minnesota, there was one in Knollwood Mall, and there was one at Mall of America. Okay. And the Mall of America one was cool. Like it was always fun to go there, but it was a lot of like the modern stuff that was cheap. But there was a KB outlet that was on
those were amazing. House. Yeah.
And
KB Works, KB Toy Works.
Yeah, something like that. And but that's how I got Exo Squad. That's how I got my sweet Master P doll that went, when you scold him, he went, and then you scold him again, he went, nah. Yeah, it was fucking rad. To this day, I have no idea what happened to that, and it always makes me sad.
I mean, how much is that now? Like,
you'd be surprised. The last one I found was like $85. I was like, damn. Oh, no. Like, there's a lot of stupid shit I will do for a joke, but I don't need a Master P doll that badly. But that was definitely one of those things of like, the Shadow was up there. That's how my original. It's the dual, like the dual Shadow.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Had light piping, right? Did it have light piping?
And it had light piping, so his eyes glowed.
Yeah.
Which is funny when you think about that. And it's like, that was Alec Baldwin.
Like, and then, given his legal troubles later in life, it is ironic.
But again, like, fucking wild.
But I do have a question. Now that I know that, like, the Mall of America was one of your malls, that's pretty badass.
Yeah. So, okay. So growing up, that was like a half-hour drive from where I
Okay,
was
so
at.
that's
But, like,
I would say that's my childhood mall, the
yeah,
Mall of America.
yeah. Well, so the mall, ironically, the mall that I grew up with being my mall is the mall that I actually live pretty close to now. It's called
Oh, cool.
Ridgedale Mall.
Okay,
I worked in like 3 or 4 different spots in that mall over
nice.
the years, but it was that thing. Michael Taylor, I did not have the talking Urkel. But yeah, the Mall of America, like when I was living over in South Minneapolis, that was just, oh, we need to go to the mall. Like it
Okay.
was a 10-minute drive. Like it was right there. It
I also
was
agree with Jamie Lynn Parks' take here. I 100% agree with it.
budgets.
There's no limit.
There's no limit.
True mall rat. There it is.
But
Also, the mall rats. Oh, sorry. The mall rats mall, Eden Prairie, is another one of the local malls.
Interesting. Here. Okay.
I got in kid jail because of that.
What'd you do?
I walked into the Comic Toast set when they were filming, because it was a storefront, and I saw they had comics, and there was a Spider-Man like inflatable, and we were walking through the mall, and I just walked in, and they were like, "You got to get out of here," and so I had to go to like a little kid daycare like area while they were shooting, I guess. I just remember the comic shop, because every time I watch Mallrats, I'm like, son of a bitch. Like, I've been in that shop.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, that mall used to kick ass.
Okay, so I'm a big fan of the film Jingle All the Way.
Hell yeah.
And Mall of America is also featured in that film.
Oh, yes.
Now, is the KB toy that you're talking about the crazy KB toy that's in that movie? Or did they film a different toy store saying it was in the Mall of America?
So the KB was on the top floor, and the one that was in that, I believe, was a dressed set.
Okay.
Because I, like, even as a little kid, I had this grandiose plan. Do you remember the bouncy balls from Jingle All the Way?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I wanted to do that so badly, like so fucking badly.
Yeah.
Like one of my first videos that I wanted to do on this channel was the Sentinel was coming out from HasLab.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get people with baby Bjorns and just walk around and film it and just see what people fucking did. And I know people who work at like the mall in like the facilities management.
Yeah.
And I was like, what would I have to do to get the okay to film and do this? And they're like, you would have to do releases, you would have to do that. I'm like, oh,
just do it guerrilla style, just film it. And
my problem is I didn't want to get in trouble, because like I know people in like within the company, so it's like, oh, if I release this, they're gonna be like, Dave. But yeah, at one point I think I had something like 35 of my buddies like locally that had those, and I'm like, dude, you can get a baby Bjorn for like $12 on Amazon right now. Let's fucking go.
Okay, this is where I feel like this is where I push back to your friends that work there. There's people shooting video in that mall all the time. You can't just be shooting a video and posting a video. Come on.
Well, so my thought was I have like a GoPro that I have like on an extended gimbal. So my thought was, I was like, oh, I could just like keep that like right here, and I could be, hey, oh yeah, we're gonna go check out this. Oh, we're gonna go, and just basically do that. And good call, Mitch. Well,
yeah, put it behind a paywall.
And now there's more. We could have Sentinels and Galactus and Giant Man.
Yeah,
just be a Marvel Legends Baby Bjorn meetup. You know what?
There you go.
What's everybody doing this summer? Let's fucking go.
It's a great idea.
I wish there was still a good toy store in Mall of America.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that was be my follow-up question. Is there anything in there now?
So
wait, don't they have a Toys R Us there?
Yeah. They opened it. It literally is a giant Go calendars. Like you go in there, and actually Tony and I filmed a video in there, and I was like, that sucked so, like, it was fun hanging out. Oh, there's Tony. Like it sucked so bad. Like when we were in there, I'm like, I don't even want to put this out. Like it was just depressing. They had like Indiana Jones figures for like $35.
Yeesh.
And I'm like, these are on clearance for $6 at Target right now. Like,
I was just in there the other day, and God, what was I looking at? And I was like, nope.
Yeah. Well, and the shit is they have old Marvel Selects in there. They have old like dead stock because it's again a lot of I'm 99% positive it's Go Calendar's like merchandising.
Yeah.
And it was that thing of like looking through some of it. I'm like, why is this here? Like, why is this a thing? There's another toy shop. I think it's called just Toy Works or something that's on the first. What up, Trev?
Hey, Trevor.
Hi, Bob. But again, it's the same thing. Hi, Mr. Geeky. You have the link. You can't get angry at me this time.
Jump on.
Taking care of family business. But yeah, it was definitely one of those things of like KB Toys used to be like the end all be all. You'd go up there and there was an FAO Schwartz on the first floor, and then there was a toy store in Camp Snoopy that now is Nickelodeon Universe, and that one was like, oh, this is overpriced, but they always had like the brand new stuff.
Nice.
Like,
okay.
dope. And then you'd go up to KB Toys and you'd be like, hello, 5 years ago, let's go. Like, yes, I'll pick up a Toy Biz X-Men figure in the year 2003.
And the really funny thing is that they had that Legacy Toys up on the third floor.
Yeah.
It's gone now, and it's a giant Go calendar.
Yeah. Oh, think that's bad. Try buying figures from FY. Nope. Yeah. I don't know. Like, that's the weird thing is like if people come through, I'm always happy to take. Like I took Robo to Mall of America because he's like, "What's that about?" I'm like, yeah. Let's go hit it up. And again, it's a spectacle.
Sure.
It is funny because like there's the supposed best view of the mall, like that they tote. I actually have a little short of it. Is you come up this escalator and you look out all over Nickelodeon Universe, like the amusement park, and you can see like. You can see. I think you can see like Legoland, like way over here, and it's just that spectacle. However, if you go, Hooters, like nice, because every time I go,
they
up
got
that
great
way,
wings, you know.
They do, and never mind.
Yeah, right. We're like
only restaurant on the fourth floor that's hasn't gone away.
Well, they now on the fourth floor they have like a weird like carnival themed arcade and a comedy bar and all this other stuff, and it's like that used to be where you'd go up to and there'd be like a bunch of restaurants and a bunch of like kind of hoity-toity shops.
I think that was where Planet Hollywood was.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
And movie theater and like everything.
Well, the movie theater's on the other side.
But it's on the anyways.
Yeah.
So it is interesting. It's fascinating, just like the death of the American Mall, right? So it's wild that it's like even the Mall of America is kind of facing similar kind of things as other malls.
I will say they've evolved it a little bit more to be like it's an entertainment destination now.
Sure.
Like it's you go in and it's you can go hit up, you can go hit the amusement park. You can go see a movie. You can go see a comedy show. You can go eat at a huge array of restaurants. You can go to all these different toy stores. Toy stores. You can go, to all these little kind of kitschy shops.
It's like being on a cruise ship now these days. I mean, in Jersey, we have the America Dream Mall.
Yeah, that every time I go to Long Island, I drive by that thing. Yeah, it's nuts looking.
Howdy.
Yeah.
We're talking Hooters tonight. Is that
we sure are.
Hey, they got good fish sandwiches and the Texas tape. Come on.
Mitch says back in Florida there was a Hooters right next to a Denny's and they shared a sign. It read Denny's Hooters. Nice.
Nice.
I have a funny story from Hooters.
Wait.
Was this an after show story? Or?
No. It involves my grandmother for her 80th birthday. She loved owls and she had no idea. The floor is yours. She had no idea what it was, but she was like, we're like, it's your 80th birthday. Where do you want to go? And she was like, I want to go to Hooters. I'm like, are you sure? Like, is this? And that's where she went for her 80th birthday. That was how she celebrated.
Was she shocked when she got there? Was she like, whoa, this is not what I was expecting?
I think a little bit, but I think she liked the food. So I mean, they did. She likes wings, so that was
okay.
They do have great wings.
The wings are good wings.
I don't know, like, yeah, Jay, anytime you come up through Minnesota, holler. I'll gladly give you the nickel and dime tour of the Mall of America. Also, if my buddy's still working there, one of the coolest experiences I ever had was I got to go behind the scenes and see how it operated, and like see
Cool.
see
a
the
little
like
city?
back corridors and stuff like that. It's wild. Like it is one of those weird things of like when people like show like zombie apocalypse movies and shit like that, and they're like, "Where would you want to be?" I'm like, Mall of America wouldn't be bad. Like it's pretty self-sufficient.
That's
what,
good.
What was that film from the 80s where they're shooting the dudes and they're calling out like Burt Reynolds, and the guy looks like Burt Reynolds and he shoots
Zombieland.
Zombieland, is that it?
Or no.
Action Hero
Dawn
or
of,
Action
Dawn
Man?
of the Dead. It was the
Dawn
Zack
of the
Snyder
Dead,
remake.
Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
Jingle all the way.
Put the cookie down.
It was definitely that the whole concept that place doesn't have a heater is one thing that's wild.
Does it use body heat or something?
It's because the center is basically a giant greenhouse.
Oh, you're right. It does have
it literally uses like the botanical gardens theory of heating. It's insane.
The power of the sun.
Yeah, it's a wild time. Yeah, I don't know. That mall does have a lot of weird memories to it from growing up, because it's like when it used to be the Sam Goody Rotunda. They would do like wrestling signings there and like musician signings there and stuff like that. So like I high-fived the Big Show there once to get an autograph.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I would feel like having that
as there.
Yeah.
What's that?
Starlog. They used to have a store there.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's what I'm saying. Like growing up with that, like I grew up in San Diego, which is not a small town, but nobody does special events there. Like Mall of America, like you'd think they would have regular events there. So you would just have it kind of right in your backyard.
They do like First Wrestling runs wrestling in the mall now twice a year. Like they have concerts there. They have like the Nickelodeon universe throws a lot of like anniversary shows. So like the anniversary of Double Dare, you could go get slimed and like do a little like mini obstacle course.
I have to gripe. They haven't changed. They haven't updated the Turtles stuff, right? So
you shut your filthy whore mouth. You leave it the 2012 Turtles. It's beautiful. Don't you take them away from me.
I'm not saying to get rid of it. I'm saying you need to adjust to include the stuff that's come since, right? Because dude, you gotta
don't take away the ride. Like you can take away the Shredder one. There's a Shredder mutagen mogul or something like that. That can go. The other one is like it has a huge, and I don't know. I think I have I think it's a short on the channel. Like you come in and it's a giant like entry to the sewer, and the 4 Ninja Turtles are fighting Shredder on top of it, and they're life-sized.
Oh, that's cool.
Really cool.
And then like you go in and it's basically like the Mighty Axe ride. So like you go around and you have these little like shell fighters that you can like twist in. It's really fun. Sorry, I got a little passionate there. Sorry, Geeky.
No, Dave, I gotta back you up on this one. I feel like it's one of the sad parts about Disneyland or whatever, where it's just like they take a classic ride or something. Well, nope, we gotta replace it with this, or the Back to the Future ride. We gotta replace it with the Simpsons ride, which I'm sure is a great ride. It's like, why did you tear the other one down? Just like
I am not advocating for getting rid of what was there.
No, you want to destroy the past.
Well, and the weird thing is there's
dare
like
you, sir.
There's weird stuff of like the Turtles thing. I feel like specifically the main Turtles ride, I feel like is a little timeless. There's stuff like the Backyardigans rides that if I say Backyardigans, 9 out of 10 people go, "What the fuck's a Backyardigan?"
It was like a kid's show, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah, and it was like one of their like Nick Jr. ones, and they've cycled out some of that now. Like they're starting to do some of the updating. Disney. But yeah, it's one of those weird things. Michael Taylor, I did not go to the first Nitro, unfortunately. He didn't have a pizza place. It was Pasta Mania, brother. Also, fuck that guy. But
amen.
Shout out to the Iron Sheik who had it right all these years.
Seconded.
Wait, what? It had a pink. Yeah, Mitch. Yeah. The backyardigans,
So,
yeah.
One of the reasons why they don't necessarily hold real like big celebrities in the rotunda anymore was because back in like 19 or no, it was probably 2000. The Backstreet Boys were there to do a signing, and there may or may not have been some people that I knew who threw water bombs, water balloons.
Shit!
Is this you?
Several of the floors simultaneously.
It was a friend of mine.
Yeah.
His
I
name
cannot
was
confirm nor deny.
Hey, just remember,
somewhere out there going,
I think the statute of limitations is probably up on that.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Check him out.
Get him now.
The
Just
Backstreet
remember,
Boys guy.
Tony spelled backwards is why not.
It was, or no, wait, maybe it was 99 because the next year my buddy got his senior jersey and he put water bomber on the back of it.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Is it one of those people in your mirror? I know what Backyardigans is, but I always sounded like a Midwest underground hip hop. That's fair.
Jamie Lynn.
There were no water balloons in my hands. I may have just been the getaway driver.
Still an accomplice, but I feel like the statute of limitations. You're okay.
I will always remember doing like going to do like signings and stuff in that rotunda, and I'm trying to remember what it was now. It was they had like I think it was like a Gordon Ramsay thing or something. Like he was doing a demo, and like it was again in the rotunda. Like they had because they have a camera crew there, and then it shows up on like the big screens behind them, and I think it was Gordon Ramsay because he's sitting there with a live microphone.
Set it and forget it.
Well, no, it wasn't that dude. But it was funny because they're in this giant public setting, and like I remember the chef being like, fuck, and it's just like, oh, like you didn't think this through. But there's like I remember as a kid, like me and my buddy Steve Kanicki, we would go around and we'd be like, all right, we're gonna hit Jada Toys, we're gonna hit Spencer's, we're gonna hit Suncoast, we're gonna go down to the first floor, we're gonna run through FAO Shorts and go, wow, that's expensive, and then we're gonna run over to we had it like mapped out. Yeah. And because back then, if you were under 16, I think it was, and you were an unaccompanied minor.
Oh, it still is.
You could get taken to like they had a little holding area for
minors
that were unaccompanied.
Mall jail.
They still don't let you in on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays if you after 5 o'clock if you're under 18.
Oh, really? Wow.
I know that's a thing now.
Hankin.
But growing up, like I grew up in like my mom ran an ice rink in San Diego, and so like even from I was walking around a mall by myself 8, 9, 10, and if I was off from school or whatever, I would just go with her, and then she'd give me like $10, $20, and I'd be good for the day. Like I go to Taco Bell, get 27 tacos for a nickel, and then go to the movies, and then just go like loiter around all the toy stores and stuff. Dude, like that. That
was the thing is Steve's mom would like take his sister, who was the same age as me, and like his older brother, and they'd be like, all right, we're gonna go hit this, and Steve and I would be like, go. And like we were larger children, and so I mean I think we could maybe pass, but it was always that thing. I remember like we'd go into KB Toys, and I remember there was one time we were in there, and I think we bumped into like one of our friends or something, and they're like, oh well, where's your or their parent was there, and they're like, oh, where are your folks? And Steve's like, we gotta go.
Oh, they're around the aisle over there.
Yeah, but it was like I don't know, it was always a fun time. Like again, it was one of those things of it was a destination thing as a kid. Like and the cool thing was on the way home we could stop by Hot Comics and Collectibles in Southtown Mall, and so it was like ooh, you get to stop by a comic and toy shop on the way home from a comic and toy shop. Like
Hell yeah.
I never had like money as a kid, so it was always that
Sure.
thing of like I can look. Like Steve walks out like with like just like stashes of awesomeness, like and I'm like, I bought a Matchbox.
Yeah.
Like
there is that element of like I still vividly remember like, where you go to like a comic book shop as a kid or whatever, and they would just have that stuff that was like the priceless relics that are so expensive you'll never be able to afford those. And I still remember that to this day, of just different things that probably aren't worth anything now, but at the time.
That was what was it? Forbidden Planet for me. I remember going there when I was a kid, and they had like Spider-Man #1. Like I mean, well, fantasy.
AF-15.
And I'm like, wow, like just looking at the comics and just like, oh my god, I want them all. But I was a little kid, but they don't do that anymore. If you go to the Forbidden Planet now, it's moved from. It's on its third place, but it's in the same area on Broadway in Manhattan. Yeah. But still, I go in there and I wish they did that, but they don't have that anymore.
They don't display the.
They don't display like the old original like stuff anymore. Now,
well, in fairness, AF-15 back then was probably like $1,000. Now it's like $100,000 or whatever.
Yeah. So they don't want to advertise that they have it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well,
there are places here in Jersey that are fantastic, where you go in and they got comics and stuff like that. But I mean, Forbidden used to be like the place, you know. But now, like, unless you're at a convention or what have you, that's the only way you're gonna really like see that on display.
That makes sense.
Like one of those things is like there's one of those memories just etched in my brain of coming from the Mall of America, going to Hot Comics, which coincidentally I've now worked for Hot Comics and Collectibles for like 14 years.
Oh hell yeah!
Nice. So like I run their social media stuff now, but it's like I didn't as a kid, but because there wasn't the internet. But I remember going into specifically to that location. And I remember going over to the pegs, and they had like 4 or 5 of the it's a mask motorcycle it's the bad motorcycle.
The Piranha.
Yeah. And they had like 4 or 5 of them on the peg, and I was just like freaking out. I was like, holy crap, because this would have been like early 90s. Like
yeah. So
and
it's
I was
probably
like,
it's almost 7 years since they were out or whatever.
And I was losing my shit, and it was like $6. And I was like,
you always found the best stuff.
I was like, I wish I had the money.
He does, right?
and my buddy came over, and he was like, he was like, here you go, man. Oh shit, he just bought you boys and your origins.
Oh gosh, it's like, see, this is what happens when I come on late. You get to all the good stuff.
Yeah, we haven't even been opening shit for the last. Like,
guess
hour.
what?
Welcome to like 2 hours ago. Jeez.
I might hold off on this till next week just because I wanna play with it on air. But I'm so excited that Ricky and Co have been just pumping these out again.
Dave, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
So was there one of those unobtainable things as a kid that you saw behind, a glass display or something?
Yes.
That you eventually were able to acquire?
Yes, and I actually here's the crazy thing. I acquired it Saturday.
Oh.
So give me 1 second.
Okay. Look at this.
This seems staged.
I promise we did not plan this moment.
No. So legit, I was going to do a short on this. Woo! Just knocked over everything. Yeah. So shout out to good friend of the channel, Ravager Collectibles, aka our good friend Scott. This has been something that I've been after for a very, very long time. The only time I ever saw it was in the cases of Hot Comics and Collectibles. Amazing, in that location. Yes. And it was something that I've wanted for a very, very long time. I'm going to do a little restoration on this because it's in rough shape, but it is something that I have wanted for a very long time, but it is the Turtle Saint.
Very nice.
And he needs a little love, but that vac metal is still crispy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's a little beat up, you know, but
that is like your
But this has been something I have wanted for so long, and that Geeky knows. And I have all the American releases. And I do still need to pick up a few of the bad dudes. I need to pick up Bebop and Rocksteady. But like the fact that these are still in good shape, both of them are functional. Both of these are still, I feel weird saying supple, but they are well, the fact that I can go wobble 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 wobble. But
it's all nice again. We have the Hooters references earlier. Yeah. This is all coming together.
But again, like for a figure that I kind of toyed with picking up for the better part of 20 years, like
wow,
you know, like online and stuff. I'm like, I can't do that. But yeah, no. So like I said, I was gonna do a short on this. I still might.
You should absolutely. You should,
but like even that's the crazy thing is like, look at the sticker. Come on, focus. Like the fact that everything on this is still like
it's solid. Like it's
it needs, like I said, it needs a little love, but not much.
Yeah,
but that's one of those figures that was import only. So so it was very difficult to come by.
Well, and the crazy thing is, all of the other, you know, like the super mutants and stuff are much bigger figures. I actually have a custom that I have all assembled that I'm going to make to match those in this color scheme. That I literally have a Molotov Chrome pen, so I can actually do the vac metal and everything. So I mean, a custom style of it. But what up, Fight Club? How's it going, bud? Dave now owes Jay $5 for asking that question, like they rehearsed it. No.
I promise it was natural. It just happened.
Yeah, no. It, like I said, like it was one of those things of like,
that's cool.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
dude,
so
that's a grill right there. That's fantastic.
It is, and like the fact, like this is what gets me. Like the articulation's really weird, but like,
wow,
these are ball joints. Oh, they sound horrible, but
yeah. So I was holding my breath. I was like,
well, no, that's why I moved them off camera before I put him up there. But yeah, I mean, but that's one of the beautiful things, though. Like, I mean, likewise, and I'd love to put that out to the rest of you. Like, is there one of those things that, you know, you might have seen at a collectible shop or a mall that just hit that nostalgia button, and you know, you couldn't get it then, but you know, it was that lovely unobtainium. But you know, you were able to get your grubby hands on it, you know, however many decades later.
I've got a real, like, it's so cheap now, it's kind of silly, but in the 90s, and every comic book shop, like in San Diego, actually they're still around, their comics and stuff was like the comic book shop around San Diego. Okay. And but even like at swap meets or whatever, they would have this figure and always be like $100. You know, it wasn't Rattler, but it was $100, and it'd be sitting, you know, up there on the wall. I was a huge fan of Toy Biz X-Men, and I had every single figure. The one I could never find, and the only time I ever saw him was $100 sitting up on a very top of the wall of a comic book shop, was good old Mr. Iceman.
No kidding.
Could never find them at retail. And they were always so expensive. And then, you know, years later, mid 2000s, you can still actually find them for like $5. But I finally got it, and I was like, yes, it's mine. I waited long enough,
dude. And, okay, here's a question.
Yeah.
Did you ever actually make the ice slide where you could like pop them off the ice cube and go?
I didn't. I haven't opened any of them. I probably found like 5 or 6. Like I have just a little stack of every time I find one. And again, you can still find them for $5 to $10. I'll pick it up. But I have not opened a single one of them. Maybe next time I come on. Well, if you'll have me back on at some point in time,
anytime you want, man.
I will maybe open it up finally and experience.
So the weird thing is like those were in the those were the 3 for $10 figures that were at KB when I was growing up. Like
for you, they were never. Apparently San Diego didn't get any of them, and they were super expensive.
Yeah, and it was one of those things of like, I remember I got that Iceman, and so he has that base, right? And so
Yeah.
the thing is, you put the pegs, you put his feet on the pegs, you pour water, and you put it in the freezer, and then you could pop out this ice slide. It is very anticlimactic, but it is very satisfying for like.
Don't tell
the
me that, because
3
I saw the
55.
commercial as a kid and I was like, those kids that get to live this ice slide life.
I did the ice slide. Trevor says I had one as a kid, but I picked up a perfect Mattel Starbird at ZoloCon for a bargain. Damn.
Oh, yes. Okay, Michael Taylor. Thank you for bringing this up, Michael Taylor. So, Toys R Us in 1993 or whatever, they had the X-Men Hall of Fame, right? And in that set was Iceman. And I was like, hell yeah. I'm Santa. I need this set. I put all the lists, all the appropriate parties. Like, I need this Hall of Fame set, and mainly because of the Iceman. And then I get that Christmas morning. It's one of my biggest Christmas morning disappointments of all time, because you get that set, and then the feet actually have extra plastic foot pegs that lock into place, and they glue it.
Yep.
And all the arms and everything are just glued. The articulation is ruined. And so I had it, but it wasn't the real Iceman experience.
Dude, I remember a very good friend
still bitter.
got that for Christmas, and he was like, I'm gonna bring it. So he lived not too far away. He's like, I'm gonna bring it over so we can open it up. I'm like, okay, cool. And he brought it over, and he's like, I just remember his father used some colorful language a little loosely around us youngins. Because I want to say that was like 93, 92.
Okay. Yeah, well, it was definitely that a range. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like 6, 7. And so like he brought it up, and he opens it up and he goes, what the and I'm just like, oh,
those are no words.
Yeah, I was like, you could get in trouble. And my dad was like, what do you think? I'm like, oh shit. So, yeah, I'll always remember that set for the what the fuck.
It was a fair response.
Yeah, dude. Like, I didn't realize. I don't think they advertised that they were statues.
I still remember the circular in my mind. I still remember that big wish book. I think I have that Toys R Us wish book now. And you just look at it, it's like, oh man, all these figures, these are core X-Men figures, and you get to have all of them in one fell swoop. Nope.
Shit, fooled you.
Useless.
What of Geeky Tim, Tony? Any of those ones that got away but you found years and years later?
You know what was crazy was I was after the Indiana Jones Hot Toy, the DX like 5, like 05,
sure.
when it first came out, and they were sold out, but they wouldn't sell me the one that was on display, and it sucked. So it took me years, but when I finally got it in hand, I was like, oh, finally, thank God it's in my possession.
It's a great set. I almost ordered that when they were doing it. I was like, maybe they'll make it, because Harrison Ford is such a tough head sculpt to crack, and I didn't love it, but it's really good. It is really good. Also, I love the Roger Rabbit. That's a great underknown, like low represented toy line.
Tony was.
No, thank God Mezco just did this one right here.
Yeah, I'm bummed I missed the Mezco one's really solid.
Oh, I love this thing. Yeah. Oh my God.
Michael Taylor. I think that was Professor X's first figure too. Yeah.
Shadow Weaver for me. I never got the original, but like when Masters of the Universe Classic stuff came out, that was like when I remember. That was like, if I only get one figure, it's that figure.
You had a sub for that figure.
I know, and I did, but I was like, and then like, you know, there's more that came out in the coming years afterwards. But that was one where it was like, it had been so many years where I had stared at that on the back of a card, and I'm like, I need this figure. How can I not find it anywhere? Because it was like so underproduced. So, or at least here, I don't know. Maybe other places it wasn't.
Wait for the original. It was never made in the original toy line. Shadow Weaver.
Yeah. For Shadow Weaver was maybe that was one where it was, how is this figure not here?
Yeah, exactly. It was one of those like, how'd you never make it? Yeah.
So that was, but it was like watching the cartoon and wanting that figure in the cartoon, you know, as in never being able to have it. So,
and I just remember, like, because remember back then we used to give Scott and I like so much shit. And I just remember when they decided to make Shadow Weaver like the sub exclusive. I was like, "Are you kidding me? We've wanted Shadow Weaver forever. You make it the sub exclusive."
Also, Masters of None. Stay tuned to when I'm back on Grippin and Rippin.
Ooh,
Putting that out there. I've been listening to the Lord of the Rings books with my kids, and man, I'll just say this: entertainment. That's it. Like it's so real.
Okay.
Tony, tell the story of your Roger Rabbit though. Like that was something that you were after forever.
Yeah,
like,
it was just one of those things where like I used to just have, I had Roger, and the Weasel. I think I don't remember which figures they did. It was Roger, the Weasel,
Roger, Weasel, Judge, and Eddie Valiant.
Okay. So I think I only had Roger and the Weasel, and I always wanted Benny, but I could never, ever, ever, ever find it anywhere. And out of sight, out of mind, ended up losing my Roger figure at some point in time. And then I remember I just stumbled across the pictures, and I was like, and I went and looked, and I was like, wow, these have significantly gone down since the last time I looked. So
I bought all of them carded and the Benny. I have him boxed, intending to open them, but I haven't done it yet.
Dude, Tony, pop it back up on screen, or if you can still grab it.
Yeah, it's a great set.
Again,
what was nice is Super Sevens that they did was kind of in the same scale, so you kind of could flesh out that line a little bit.
Yeah,
nice. It's the Masterverse one. Yeah,
that was one that and again I'll give Super 7 props when they did the Pee-wee reaction figures.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of those where I was like, oh, I wish they were just a little bit bigger, so that like specifically like with the Phil Hartman figure and everything, it's like, oh, if they were just do it, because I think those were 4-inch figures. Like they were such weird.
The Matchbox ones, those are. I think they're even bigger than 4-inch, maybe 5-inch.
Yeah, they're about 4.5, 5 inches.
Yeah, I've got all the original ones, but you're right. It's just like come on, you could just a little bit more, because then you could flesh out your toy line.
I have Conky right up on the shelf right there.
Hell
that looms over me in case I say a magic word.
So here's the thing: Penny was was conceptualized. That was going to the sculptor of the original was like they wanted to make a big Penny, just like the Pee-wee, the bigger form,
the pull string,
yeah, and they didn't. But I'm like, I think I wrote when I saw because he eventually posted the images of what that was going to look like, and I was like,
cool.
Can we get it now?
No, not too for you. Like that's like the first frustrating thing is the what could have beens.
Mm-hmm. That's why I love Blake, the currently editor-in-chief at Toy Collector, his book series Toys That Time Forgot, because he'll just go in and find these unproduced waves and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, and the Toy Collector magazine does that too. With
and he brings it over into his Toy Collector magazine. Yeah.
I can't wait to get those, Dave. By the way, dude, I gotta have that NECA set. Yeah.
Is this the NECA Sesame?
Yeah.
You got yours already? Dang it.
Dude, they're on Target.
I know, but I pre-ordered.
They're not at my Target, Dave. They're not at my Target.
They're being.
You're at Target headquarters, okay? You get the good shit over there, okay?
Well, so the crazy thing is, these are part of like the new NECA mandate thing. So like these are part of that new set.
Okay.
So like the one that I usually meet up with Geeky at, they had like 4 of each on the pegs.
See, this is why I miss living in Houston, Texas. When I was in Houston, I would go to like all the Targets like real close by, bam, pick up anything and everything. They're always available.
There's too many toy collectors in Raleigh, I feel like, because we have plenty of Targets, but by the time I get to them, I've always like just missed them. And I'm in all the Facebook groups too, and they'll share like, "Hey, look at my house!" Like, yeah, that's great. Go to hell.
Well, like these ones, I didn't even know. Like, I didn't think they were coming out yet, and people were like, they were sending out the like, "Hey, Bert's in stock on Target, Ernie's in stock." I'm like, I gotta be patient because I had them on pre-order, and I was like, I'll just wait. And I picked up some diapers and some groceries, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go check the toys. And I was like, holy cats! Like, all right, yeah.
No count yet though, right? He's not showing up yet. Okay.
Which is weird. I feel like I thought it was gonna be waves of 3, but I don't know. Maybe it's waves of 2, and we'll find out who's next.
In just a couple of weeks, probably, right? I imagine we're gonna see some new stuff at Toy Fair. Yeah.
Which is wild that's already around the corner. But we are almost at the top of the hour, so I do want to throw it around to you guys real quick so you can plug who you are, what you do, where people can find you, because that's what this is about. So real quick, we'll start with Jay. Go to Geeky, go to Tim, go to Tony, and I'll bring it on home. So Jay, who are you and what do you do, my friend?
My name's Jay, and you can find me at Geek Dad Life on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter's Geek Dad Tweets. Blue Sky is Geek Dad Life. Most things are Geek Dad Life, and I am in Raleigh. Must be my brother getting all this. Yeah, and then I have a podcast I do with Dan Larson from Secret Galaxy called Toy Geeks. And that is available on all of the podcast platforms. And we also have a YouTube channel, just, again, Toy Geeks on YouTube. And that's not about, like, more modern stuff. It's about, like, diving into old toy lines a year at a time. And so we kind of do these mini-series. We just finished up Real American Hero, GI Joe. We're doing a couple one-and-done, some shorter series, and then we'll get into a much meatier series here coming in March. But, yeah. Thanks for having me here tonight. It's been fun.
Hell yeah, dude. Anytime, man. Door's always open. We go over to Mr. Giggy.
Oh, hello. You can find me here most all of the time. I'm also Speaky Geeky over on YouTube, Speaky Geeky Official over on Instagram. We got a bunch of fun stuff coming up. We just a little bit ago did a 2012 deep dive on the channel. We've got some new animations that are in the works, and I think Sesame Street might be, I don't know, it might be Sesame Street or it might be another TMNT. I don't know. Let me know later what you'd prefer to see first, but they're both in the works. So I'm all over. If you go to Instagram, you can probably find all the rest. There's the link tree there, and I'm everywhere. I don't know. I can't remember all this stuff. Yeah.
All right. Mayor.
Hey, what's up, everybody? You could always find me at toy.chase on IG, as well as you can find me at the Wayne Toy Show coming at the beginning of the month. That will be the Wayne, New Jersey Toy Show. I will be there. I have a table, so come and see me if you're in the area, as well as what else the heck got going on? You can find me right here next Wednesday.
Hell yeah. Tony.
You can find me usually here on Wednesdays, always on Thursdays for Griff Riffs at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you're local, you can find me at Minton Box Toys in Stillwater, Minnesota. And you can find me over on Instagram at Griff Rider. And if you're not following me, give me a follow. Because I definitely didn't hit that 1,000-person mark.
One step at a time.
By the end of 2024. So,
oh yeah,
didn't get the 500-person mark.
Sorry, Tony. Anyways, I'm sorry, Tony. As always, you can find me right here every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Monday is Let's Talk Toys. Tuesday is Chop and Shop. Wednesday is this, Grippin and Rippin. Tomorrow night is for Riffin, though, and that's for that guy right there. As for me, I will not be on Monday and Tuesday. I will be up in Alaska for Alaska Comic Con, so make sure to come on up and hang out with me up in Fairbanks. I am heading up at the butt crack of dawn tomorrow morning, so I gotta hop off here so I can shove the rest of the stuff in my luggage. But I'll be up there all weekend long and be up there all next week. Tony is taking the reins for Grippin and Rippin and Griff Riffs next week. So thank you for that, Tony. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Mr. Geeky. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Tony. And of course, thank you to the COJ for being a part of the conversation. I look forward to talking with each and every one of you real soon. So yeah, God damn it, Tony. On that note, until next time, folks, like, comment, subscribe, but be good, be kind. Much love from Minnesota. Good night, everybody. Oh yeah, sing it, Mike.